Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So firstly, you'll have to accept my apology for the fact that I'm filming in natural light, so the light might change throughout this video. I have my ring light set up for a piece of work that I'm doing in the kitchen, and I need it to stay in the exact same place ready for the next time I need to film that part of that video, if that makes sense. Very confusing. Also, I hadn't intended on doing this video, not least because, well, I'm never normally this organised when it comes to Christmas presents in October. I normally start in November, to be honest with you. Once I've been paid, I then like start going through the motions and trying to get organised. But I saw that the Organised sale was on recently because everyone was talking about it over on Instagram. So I had a look, and then I kind of fell into a black hole, but it was a black hole that I'm actually very happy that I fell into, and I'm happy that I spent time in there because I ended up getting, I would say, most of the kids' Christmas presents. I'm going to go through them in a sec. I had a look at Argos. I also had a look at on Amazon because there were some products that were cheaper there anyway, or they were out of stock on Argos because a lot of things went out of stock very quickly. And then there were a couple of bits that I picked up from John Lewis as well, so that is what I'm going to share. I also want to say that, like, I wasn't going to do this video as I mentioned before, but quite a few people wanted, seeing that I'd been like shopping in the Argos sale, they were like, are you going to do a video so we can get ideas? So that's why I'm doing this video. Take it with a pinch of salt. Everybody's Christmas budget is going to be different. Like, there will be some of you that spend more money than me, there will be some of you that spend less, but ultimately whatever you get your children is amazing. I just want to say that now. Also, some of these gifts that I'm going to show you are from other family members. So what we all tend to do is that we have a group chat on Facebook because we're dead cool like that, and we'll get together and like think of ideas for the kids. And because I was ordering anyway, it just made more sense for me to order them all together, and then my parents and my grandparents gave me the money for their presents for the kids, and it just cut down on, like, you know, like delivery costs and faff generally. So some of the presents I no longer have because my mum's already picked them up, but I will go through those at the end for you. And then some of these presents are for the kids from my grandparents. So I'm going to get started. So first up, I'm going to share what my grandparents have actually got for the kids, because I ordered all of these and I'm going to go and drop them off shortly so my grandma can put them away and wrap them whenever she fancies. But I'll start with Bill and then I'll move on to Daisy's and Stanley. So Bill's main present, and this has been on his list because he's dinosaur obsessed, is the Jurassic World Dino Rivals Concavinator, and he has like a moving tail and you can push a spine thing in his back and he moves around. This was $19.99. I actually picked this up from Amazon because that was the cheapest place that I could find it at the time. So that's the first gift. Then the next thing that she got him, well, my grandma and gramps got him, is a Pokemon figure, and he wanted Charizard. So yeah, picked this up from Argos. There's loads of different like Pokemon figures that you can get out there, and he's just really into them at the moment. So yeah, this is Charizard, and he was about a tenner, I believe. And then the final thing that is on Bill's list was actually a hex bug, and this is a scarab beetle, and this I actually found on John Lewis, and this was about £10 as well, I believe. And he's just a little orange scarab beetle, and basically they like crawl. You put batteries in, they crawl around. Like, kids love creepy stuff, don't they? So those are from my grandparents. Then for Daisy, I'm really excited about some of the gifts that we got for Daisy. She is 3.5 now, and she's really grown up recently and really moved on to toys that are, you know, a bit more for little girls rather than the toddler type things. So I'll show you the first present and then I'll show you the other two that I absolutely love. So the first thing that we got, and this was from Amazon, this is from my grandma and gramps again. This is like a glitter tattoo set, and this comes with like little designs and stencils, and you can just basically put glitter all over yourself. And if there's one thing that my daughter loves, it's glitter. So that's the first thing. And then Daisy's main presents this year, I'm so excited about, because this is what I mean. Like, she's always loved babas, as she called them, like babies. She has a great collection of baby dolls, and she absolutely loves playing with them. I would say about 80% of her time is spent playing with these babies, and Stan actually joins in. So a lot of the time they play mummies and daddies, and they like take the babies for a walk around the house and feed them, and it's money well spent when it comes to her. Like, she just gets so much play out of them, and like I said, he joins in. But the thing that we wanted to do is get her like sort of like a next level doll. And obviously a lot of older girls, as they get a little bit older, they get into the whole like American, is it American Doll or American Girl dolls or something like that. They are so expensive. We don't have the budget for that, and I don't want to like try and export one across either, because I'm not even sure where you get them from in the UK. But the reason why I went on the Argos website is that the minute I knew that the sale was on, I was like, I'm going to go and look at those dolls that I've heard about, and they're called Designer Friends. Now, my grandma has got her one and we have got her one. Reason being is that the ones that we'd chosen to buy were only about £20 each, which I personally think for a doll is fantastic value, especially when you see this in a second. There were some that were in the sale, but the minute I added them to my bag and then I kept shopping, by the time I was gonna like check out, they'd already gone out of stock. So I bought two that weren't in the sale. However, like I said, the sale difference wasn't actually that much. It was like a £5 if anything, so you didn't really miss out if you've not managed to get one yourself. But in this box, you open it up and it's very like boutiquey, which I really love. But this is who is inside, and how gorgeous is that? This is the Summer doll. So she has brunette hair, she's got gorgeous eyelashes, you can dress her up, she's like got a squishy tummy, but her legs move around and her arms move around. She's even got little shoes on. And the lovely thing about her, I'll just wrap her up very gently, one sec. Where was I? I was saying, the lovely thing about these dolls and her and the other one that I bought is that you can then buy little outfits to dress them up. And I feel like for my little girl, the best thing about having dollies is dressing them up. And the outfits are adorable. There's not tons and tons, but there's a decent enough selection. Although what I will say is that a lot of these went out of stock very quickly as well. But my grandma has got her the like sleepover set, and in here there's like a little bag with, I don't know what this is, instructions maybe. There's a little charm here which has got a bunny rabbit on it. I'm not really sure where all of these go yet, because obviously I'm new to this, but she has bunny slippers. Oh my gosh. And a little like bunny top, and then little gingham bottoms. So I just thought for Daisy, this is everything that this little girl could ever want. And these were about £10 each a set, and I just think that this is going to be a really good investment for her, and I feel like she's really going to love opening these on Christmas Day. So that is why I acted so quickly. Then from my grandparents, for Stan, let me tell you something, it really is true that the older the child, the smaller the presents get, because these are tiny, the same amount of money spent. And then Stan, like I've got some bits from us down here that are massive, like his pilot is going to look huge by comparison, but we always spend the same amount of money. But the first thing that my grandparents have got for Stan is this Grandpa Pig's bath time boat, and this was from Argos, and it floats on water, and I don't know what else it does, but it was very highly reviewed. And Stan is going through like a Peppa Pig phase at the moment. He is obsessed. That's just putting it mildly. Like he has to watch Peppa every day, or he will be a very angry 18-month-old little boy. But I just thought that this would be fantastic for bath time. Like, the nice thing is with a lot of these toys is that they all share decently, like fairly well. They still fight over toys, they're not angels by any means, but a lot of these toys are going to bring joy to all three of them, and I love that. So this is a bath time toy, and you get Peppa in a little life jacket, and you get Grandpa Pig, and there's a little bell, and it's all very well made. So that's his first present from my grandparents. Then the next thing that they have got is this Leapfrog Learning Friends 100 Words book, and I just thought this would be a really nice idea, because Stan's really getting into picture books at the moment and learning words, and he's always asking like, what's that, and we go through and tell him what things are. But this makes noises so we can read it with him, and it goes through things like pets and animals, fruits, food, mealtime, clothes, let's keep going, shall we, colours, my body, activities and outside, and then the last ones are vehicles and opposites. And I just thought it was really sweet, and I think I got this for around £15 from Amazon. That was the cheapest place that I could find it. So I really had a good look around. I spent most of the day trying to find the best deals possible and getting everybody's money to stretch as far as I could. And yeah, so that's his next present. And then the final thing that I picked up, I saw while I was on the John Lewis site. I was browsing for the hex bugs and I saw this and thought Stan would love it. And it is one of the Melissa and Doug puzzles, but this is a sound puzzle. So every time you put one of the puzzle pieces in, it makes an animal sound. And I think that's really educational. And we've got a lot of Melissa and Doug toys and we just love them. I think they last really well and they're great to sort of pass on as well. Like, you know, when your children have outgrown, they're a nice thing to take to a charity shop or pass on to a family friend, that kind of thing. So that is all of the gifts from my grandparents. I know I said I was going to tell you at the end what my parents have got the kids, but I figure I might as well do it now so I can just crack on with the rest of what I bought, or Mark and I bought for the kids. So I've got it on my phone. I'm a geek and I make a little spreadsheet of everything that we've got and where it's from, links and stuff, so if any other family members ask, I can make sure that we don't buy the same thing or buy things that are too similar. And I know that's a bit silly and probably a bit over organised, but it's just the way I like to do things. So my mum likes to get the kids a new set of pyjamas every year, and that is something that I 100% celebrate because they last well and it's a handy gift to have, and it's really nice on Christmas Day then because I know they've all got a nice cozy pair of pyjamas to get into, and I just think that's really nice. So they all have pyjamas from M&S. I've spoken before, like on Instagram and even on here, I think, about how much I love the M&S pyjamas. I just think they're great. Daisy and Stanley both have a Peppa Pig pair, and his are like George Pig, I think it's like Super Pig or something like that, and Daisy's are a unicorn pair. And then Bill has a like festive pair with a bear on. They're very, very cute, so I'll like insert an image so you can see them now. And then toy wise, Daisy has got a muddy puddle game that's a Peppa game that we found on Argos, and I just think she's going to love this. Then for Bill, he actually has the Detective Pikachu game for his Nintendo DS, so Mum wanted to spend a bit extra to get him that because he is older now and that's kind of what he's getting into. And I remember that change from like wanting toys to like other things that are a bit more like crafts or like Lego or like things that you can play on that are digital. And then for Stanley, he has a talking George Pig, so it's a big plush George teddy, and when you like squeeze him or something, he's like, oh, dinosaur, rah, that kind of thing. So that's what my mum and dad have got the kids, and then now I will show you what we have got the kids. I will say that we're not like 100% done yet because like some children have got more than the other children have yet, just based on what I could find. Or like for Bill in particular, I do find it harder to buy for him now because I feel like I need to get his input more, and there are a few of these things are surprises that I just think he'll really like, but other things I would like to sort of sound him out and see if I can get a few clues as to what he'd be interested in. So I'll show you Bill's first while I'm talking about him. So the first thing that we have got Bill, and this was from Argos and I was really excited when we saw it, is this, and it's Pokemon Monopoly. If you have a Pokemon mad child, you need this in your life. This is the Kanto edition. Don't have a blinking clue what that means, but you collect Pokemon and you go around the board and you have battles and that kind of thing. So I just think that he's going to love this, and I envisage this being something that maybe we play with him when the other two have gone to bed, because he does stay up an hour later than they do, and I just think that he will really love that, and it's a nice one to play with like his friends when they come around, that kind of thing as well. And the only other bits so far that we've got him are like books and little toys. So the first one is this, and this is a Pokemon. Again, it's Mewtwo. If you were into Pokemon back in the day like I was, you know who Mewtwo is. But yeah, got that one. The other one that he wants is one called Greninja, but I just can't find it. So if anyone has seen, like if you know who I'm talking about for starters, if anyone's seen like a Greninja Pokemon around anywhere, please let me know, because that's the other thing that I know he really wants. So that's that. And then these other little things here are more like, they might be like small presents, or they could be for the stockings. I do stockings as well, where I tend to just put smaller presents and like usual Satsuma type thing, and you know what I mean, like chocolate coins. But we got another hex bug, and this is just the beetle one, again because I feel like he'll quite like to play with this, with the scarab beetle that my grandparents have got him. And then this little hex bug here is the hex bug nano. It's a glow in the dark one, and he has other hex bug sets so we can add to them, but this only cost me just over £1 from Amazon, which I thought was really good value. And again, this is one that just scuttles around, but I thought it would be quite cool to play with in his bedroom at night or something like that. So that is all we've got in terms of toys at the moment for Bill. But the other things that we do get the kids are books, and we get the kids like a few books each every year because I think it's really important and they get so much use out of the books over and over again. So the first one that I've got for Bill is a bit of a risk, I think, but I thought it was a really decent book to get, and it's about confidence, and it's called You Are Awesome. Find your confidence and dare to be brilliant at almost anything. And it's meant to be really good. It's #1 bestseller, and it's about encouraging kids to be themselves and be confident and, you know, like challenge their beliefs about what they can and can't do. Very easy to read, and I just thought what a fantastic sort of gift to give my child, just to sort of uplift him and make him feel like he is awesome, because I know he's awesome and we all know our kids are awesome, but they can sometimes struggle with confidence. So I picked that up from Amazon. And then on the complete flip side, because I know he will go mental when he sees these, but these are Pokemon Adventures. Now I think like the RRP for these is something ridiculous, like 40 quid, but I got them much less than that. I want to say about £15 maybe on Amazon, and there are 7 Pokemon books in here, and they might be on the trickier side of things for him to read, but I think it's a really good starting point to encourage him to keep reading more books. So next up is Daisy, and as I mentioned, we have also got her one of these designer friend dolls, and I think this one might be called something like Melody or Molly or something like that, but let me unwrap her. She's so cute. Oh, they're so nice. They're so well made. I'm sorry, I'm really pleased with this. But this is her. She has long blonde hair and she's got eyelashes again, like the little like sticky outy ones. She's got a lovely denim ensemble and little sparkly blue shoes. And again, she comes with, should we take her out and just have a little nosy? She comes with, like a little friendship bracelet type thing, or a necklace maybe, so that will be what the charms are for, and then little instructions around her other arm as well. But she's such lovely quality. Like, maybe I'm just new to this and very easily impressed, but for £20 I'm so pleased, so pleased. Right, let's get her back in there in a nice little tissue bed. I just think as a little girl, like opening that on Christmas Day and pulling back like the tissue paper and seeing that gorgeous doll is just going to be magical, dare I say it. So that is the doll from us. I don't know where to put everything now, crikey. Right, the next gift that we have got here is a Peppa Pig glow friend, because like her little brother, she's really into Peppa as well, and she snorts and she glows. Now, as a 31-year-old woman, I find that slightly terrifying, but sure, she'll love that. So that was from Argos. And then to go with her designer friend doll that we've got, or any of the dolls like that one, or the one that my grandparents have got her, we have got her some more outfits. And this one is the Ballet Set, and I'm really excited I managed to get my hands on this because these outfits were selling out quite quickly at the time. But she does ballet every week and she's really into it, so I felt like this would be a really nice set. And oh my gosh, it has one of those little bars. Oh my goodness. Oh, now that's quite cool, isn't it? I'm assuming that's what that is. That's what it looks like anyway. And then she has some little tights. We've got another charm here with a ballet slipper and another little bag. I'm sure I will get my head around what these are as I get more into being like a designer friend mum owner. She has leg warmers, ballet shoes, and then a little ballet dress costume type thing. So that is really good value. Again, I think that was around £10. Sorry, I've dropped a ballet shoe. So that's that one. And then the other one is I thought this was quite funny. It's like a unicorn festival outfit, because we all need one of those in our lives, don't we? But I'll show you what there is. There's a unicorn headband that every savvy girl needs in her life. There's some little bright pink booties and then there is a little pink frilly top and a very jazzy denim pair of shorts with sequins. This is very Kylie of like the 80s and 90s. Very Kylie. Then next up are like smaller little gifts. So I've got Stan a set of these as well, but these were really cheap from Amazon. They were just over £1 and they are 2 Peppa Pig toothbrushes, but I just thought for a stocking filler they would love these. They will go crazy for these, trust me. And then I also managed to get 2 discounted LOL dolls in the Argos sale. So this is an LOL Hair Goals Style Me doll. She has not had one of these before, however she has expressed an interest in wanting one of them. She loves to do hair and that kind of thing, and this comes with 15 surprises, so you get all the little tiny bits that you spend forever trying to save and put back in the right box and not lose them. And she has real hair, so that's that one. And then I'm going to put that back in the bag actually. And then I've got one of the Fuzzy Pets ones that are all furry and you like wash the fur off. So those are the 2 LOL dolls, and like I said, I got those on like offer, so I feel like I've done really well for my money with them. And then Daisy's books, I'm really excited about these actually. I looked for ages to try and find some really good ones, like some that are funny, some that are inspirational, some that are a little bit different. And the funny one is I Need a New Bum by Dawn McMillan and Ross Kinnaird, and it's a hilarious internet sensation and bestseller. And on the back it says, finding out your bum is broken is a bit of a worry, but think of all the possibilities for a new one. So that's, she's gonna love that. Anything to do with bums in this house is instantly hilarious, and I know that all of these books Bill and Stanley will enjoy reading as well, because we do like reading time before bed every night. The next one is a Julia Donaldson one actually, and it's been illustrated by Rebecca Cobb, and it's the Everywhere Bear. And I think this is new, or at least it's new to us. And it's basically the Everywhere Bear has a wonderful time with class 1. Each weekend he goes home with one of his classmates until one day he falls from a backpack and has a very big adventure all on his own. Now if you've got a child that's in school, you will know what it's like when you get the class bear sent home, or the class whatever it is. So I thought this would be a really nice one to read as a family. Then this one had really good reviews, and I've never seen any of these books before. I believe there are several different types, but there's over 1 million of them sold, and they are called You Choose, and it's by Nick Sharratt, who has been like an illustrator, author since I was a little girl. He's fantastic. If you read any of the Jacqueline Wilson like books, you'll recognise his illustrations. But this is essentially a book where you get to choose everything. So you read the book and it says, if you could go anywhere, where would you go? And then the options are like the jungle, the city, there's like a beach, and you get to choose. And then the next page will be like, well, who would you like for family and friends? And you get to go through and you get to pick people, and it goes through, and literally every time you read it, it could be a different book. And it encourages discussion, it encourages teaching you children different words and different like types of food, different places, different items, and it just seems like a really good book to do as a family and teach the kids something as well. And then the final book is an inspirational one for Daisy, and this is by Kate Pankhurst, and this is Fantastically Great Women Who Changed the World. And you know, I just want my daughter to be aware of how fantastic it is to be a woman and teach her some things, and I think this is one that will grow with her, so she'll enjoy me reading it to her as she's little, and then as she's older she can read it herself as well. So those are Daisy's books, and that is everything that we have got for Daisy for now. So as I mentioned before, Stan's presents are blinking huge. We've done quite well with his. I feel like any present that he might get after this would be like smaller presents or like stocking fillers, but I feel like we got a really good deal on a lot of these. The first thing we decided to go for, Mark and I have been talking about this, and we just felt, considering his age and what he's into, that the Toot Toot range would be really good. These are it's by VTech, here it is, and this is the Toot Toot Garage, but we actually managed to get this for about £25 from Amazon. That was the cheapest place I could find it at the time, and it's basically a garage, and there's like little toys and like vehicles that you can put up and down them, and it's just what he is into at the moment. I've also seen that they have these at nursery as well. It has a little tow truck in it, and then you can buy different vehicles to go along with it. So if other family members want to know what to get him, then it's quite an easy place to start, because they're like collectible. But like I said, for only £25, I was really pleased with that. So the next toy that we got was this guy, and we got him for about £26 from Amazon, which was really good actually, because elsewhere it's at least £10 more. And this is the Learn and Dance dino. It's good for 2 to 5 years old, and he is basically a dino that dances, and you can personalize his voice style, emotion and dance style, and all these little different spikes here have different emotions. So there's like monster, happy, hip hop, sleepy dino, marching, ballet, robot dino, angry, and you put them in and he like does different moves, and I just think that Stan will love this. Like, he loves to dance to stuff. I'm really pleased that we found that. And then the final thing that I bought, I've just been sucked in because everybody and their dog has one of these and we don't, but I got this for Stan, and it's the Leapfrog Scoop and Learn ice cream cart, and everyone seems to love them. I've got loads of friends who have them, and I think we spent about £35 on this from Argos, and it's meant to be brilliant apparently. So I got this for Stan mainly because I know that Daisy and Bill will play with it as well, but it's for 2+ years and I feel like it's really going to grow with him. It says here that you can make yummy treats while building sequencing skills. You can listen carefully to each other and follow the instruction, and there's 7 different games to develop memory, counting and colour skills, as well as just the general fact that you can just play with it and do what you want with it. So that is his final big present, and like I said, with Stan I do feel like we are mostly done, but we do have a few little presents which are in this giant Peppa Pig bag. I've had this bag for a couple of years now, and it's always used as a Christmas present bag when they go into hiding. So the final presents for Stan are books and also some more toothbrushes, as I mentioned, which will go in his stocking. So I've popped those back in the bag because you don't need to see them. But the one book that I have got him that's like a proper large book is a Peppa Pig at the Zoo Lift a Flat book. This is just going to be right up his street. He loves like Lift a Flat books anyway. It's quite interactive, and it's a new Peppa one that he's not seen before. So that's the first book. And then these I am so excited about because I didn't realise that there were different options of these. I've mentioned before that we have some Peppa Pig little library books, and they're a little set that look very much like this, and they're a little cardboard box, and there'll be a few books in each one. There are 3 Peppa Pig ones, we have all of them, and they were Daisy's, and now, well, Stan shares them as well, like he loves them. And I had a look on Amazon to see if I could find any more, and I couldn't find any Peppa ones, and I almost gave up. But then in the related items bit at the bottom, I first saw this one. Now Stan really likes Bing as well, so this is the Bing little library, and there is 4 books in here. So there's Bing Plays, Bing Says, Bing Loves and Bing's Friends. These are fantastic for travel, for taking to friends and family's houses when you're going visiting and you want something easy to like entertain your kid. They're great for meals out because they're tiny, so you can just chuck them in the bag and they're not going to take up too much space. I can't rave about them enough. So we have Bing. Oh, by the way, they're only a few quid each. I'm talking about £3-ish, and I think they're a great buy. We had the Winnie the Pooh set, which is 6 books in this one. So there's Pooh, Piglet, Kanga and Roo, Eeyore, Tigger and Christopher Robin. Then we have the In the Night Garden set. So we've got Upsy Daisy, Iggle Piggle, Makka Pakka and the Tombliboos in this one. And again, he's really into the In the Night Garden. So these are all going to be books that he's going to love reading. And if the Peppa ones are anything to go by, we'll be reading them for at least another 2 or 3 years. And then the last one that I got was the Hey Duggy library, and this has the cake badge, the teddy bear badge, the balloon badge and the super squirrel badge. So these are all little presents for him. I think I'll wrap some of them and then I might put a couple of them in his stocking, something like that, because I just think he's going to love them, and I would rather spend a few quid on something that I really think he's going to like than just buy another toy that I feel like they kind of get lost after a while if you get too many like noise interactive toys. So I'm really pleased with them. But yeah, that is everything, and I'm really pleased with what we've got. I just feel like we got some real bargains, and I don't want to go crazy. There are a few gaps, like definitely with Bill's stuff we need to work on what he's going to get, and just sort of make sure his pile looks as nice, because that's the problem. You have a budget, don't you, and you spend the same on each child, but like one child will look like they've got a massive pile and the other one will look like they've got like this little tiny pile. But it just depends on how you spend your money. So yeah, we're just really chuffed. I'm really happy with what we've got, and I think we got some bargs. So yeah, that is it really. But I hope you found this video useful. Like I said at the beginning, everybody's budget is different, everybody's child is different, so this is purely for inspiration and because I've had quite a lot of requests asking for this video, so I hope it was actually helpful. But yeah, good luck on your Christmas shopping, and I will see you all very soon. Bye.